Hey guys, what is up? NYKia31 here. This is another Madden 20 live playbook new play um, look-see. Did a previous one on what was it? I forgot it. I forgot what it was already. Cover 6 special that was in the Lions playbook. This is in the Jags playbook. They added a new formation of 4-3 odd, and a new play in here is pinch zone 4. It's basically adding a 5th rusher, and you're playing match quarters. You're actually playing palms behind it, and I'll show you that in a minute as to why that would be as opposed to playing quarters, and why that would make more sense to play palms out of a pressure where you're sending an extra guy trying to get one-on-ones. Again, this is Madden, so good luck trying to fool the offensive line with a 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 overload, since they pick it up. Look at my last video for all that goodness. But anyway, just going to look at it and look at its viability. I'm going to come out in just doubles weak, and just come out in, I don't know, double post, whatever. Back the ball up a little bit. So when you look at the alignment of the defense, you're playing with essentially 2-3 techniques. The defensive ends, they're playing on the outside shoulder of the guard, inside shoulder of the tackle. This is really a 4-eye, I would say. 4 inside shade. You got a nose here. So you have 3 down linemen, and you have 2 linebackers. This would be good for your hybrid outside linebacker pass rush types. And you see from a run fit perspective, the idea here, you got the nose and the 4 eyes slanting down on the run fits. Going to make inside the zone very difficult when you have the safeties involved in the run fit, as well as the backer. The nose is in a position where if they double team him for inside zone, the defensive end can just slant inside, and the inside backer is covered. So theoretically, that's going to make inside zone a little bit more difficult to negotiate. Again, I'm talking from like a real world perspective, and Madden is just a block shading affair, since you don't really have ways that you can really line stunt. Now, as far as the coverage is concerned, you have a 3-rack in the middle of the field, as well as a hook to curl defender. And on the back end, they're playing palms. For those of you who are newer to me, you can check out my videos breaking down every coverage in the game. Now, palms, just for the sake of brevity and oversimplicity, it's a way to play basically quarters and trap 2, what the game calls cover 2 sink, and to stay in coverage. It's a 2-read concept where the safety and the corners are going to be reading 2 to 1. If number 2 goes out, the corner will take him, and the safety will take number 1 going in. They basically invert. Now, there's a route concept like this. It's pretty straightforward. You just take your verticals and you man match. So you see 5-man rush. Vertical release. Again, verticals everything 10 yards and over. Gets matched man to man. Matched man to man. And people always like to ask me what I like to focus on for my defenders when I play match coverage. I skew towards man because since I play a lot of match coverage, vertical routes convert to man coverage kicks in. So when I'm, playing MUT or building my team in my online leagues, I skew toward the man coverage. I hate this little two-handed shot because sometimes a really bad animation occurs. So man match there. You got your vertical hook, your hook to curl rather. Again, standard rules as far as width and depth is concerned. That's not bad. Three-Rex gotta take the first intermediate crosshair. The back runs out, so that's a weakness there. Vertical hook does a good job of coming down on it though. But again, that's gonna be open toward the flat late, especially on a delay route. I'm gonna keep this guy in the block. You're gonna see Anderson run a zig, Thomas run a comeback. And there's your trap 2 concept. He's going to sell like he's bailing out and trap the flat like he would playing cover 2 sink, except in palms they play trap 2 right. I'll show you the difference really quick when I in cover 2 sink to show you the difference. And the safety here climbs out to take number 1 vertical. Nothing changes here. Nothing changes there. And again, it's logical to play palms there because if you're sending an extra rusher, an offense is going to try to throw where he vacates, usually to the sideline if you're playing quarters heavily. So this is a good change-up to trap it. Like so, like for example. Okay, now against trips. I'm just going to call Y corner here to demonstrate some areas that we can identify as far as what it's doing well and what it's not, and I can easily play around with this play to try to bust it up. So on the solo side, it's going to be man on deep. The weak side safety should account for the middle of the field and bracket that post. The under by Crowder, again, it's man locked on the number 1 receiver to the trip side in palms. That's his palm special check. The vertical route by Herndon should be matched, and the underneath by Robbie. You have the hook curl. The hook curl is going to be in conflict because he has a route to the flat and a route coming under, and there's no one else there. So we'll see how it plays out.
Here we go, set.
Man on deep. Weak side safety. Rotates to the middle field, is in position to bracket that. Number 1 and number 2 both go under, so the only vertical route for Jamal Adams I have to look out for, we have the tight end potentially, which he takes. Man lock here, and again what I do is when I'm playing palms versus trips, I will manually put that guy in man coverage. When I'm playing quarters against trips, I'll manually put the solo receiver in man coverage because they transition better. You don't get as much wasted motion. The 3-Rec has to cushion a vertical release here, so he's doing his job to prevent the snap throw there. He has to provide a under-over bracket before he can come down. And the hook curl player is the conflict player because he's got a man shooting out to the flat plus an under. you can go to either one. That's the weakness in this particular coverage structure. Now, let's do this. Let's put Thomas under. Let's wheel the back out. Let's put Anderson. Let's shoot Anderson upfield. So again, with how the coverage is structured, the solo side corner should release the under. Nothing will change for the hook curl. With 2 vertical releases, Jamal Adams should match number 2, and the safety rotating should account for the number 3 vertical. And nothing would change for the under route on the trip side. And we have a whole bunch of problems. That's an impossible task for the safety. He's trying to book over to number 2 vertical, which he has no chance of getting over to. And you also have this. He needs to release the under. He chases it, which will leave this wide open. See, the hook curl is trying to get out there. This is fine here with the under. The major problem here is that Jamal Adams is accounting for this, and they're going to have the safety climb all the way over here from the backside, which is impossible. What should happen here, and again, match coverage relies on communication, recognizing vertical releases. The 3-rec's not going to carry him vertical, so Jamal Adams needs to be accountable for number 2 vertical, and the 3-rec here will have the under over bracket with the safety here on the weak side, as opposed to him having to book all the way over here. That's insane. It's an impossible play. Even in Madden, with the way these guys can move around. So that's busted up to high heaven. And I'm willing to bet if you run 4 verts, it does the same it does the same thing. Yep. AW. I appreciate the work you do, man, but the testing y'all do is not up to snuff. I mean, your friendly neighborhood community coverage guru can find this stuff in like 10 minutes. So you cannot use this against trips because of the possibility of a vertical release on number 2 just getting that's running free as a bird. So it fails the most basic of trips vertical tests. I mean, there's no point in testing it versus trips tight end, bunch. If it can't deal with trips 4 verts, or any scenario with trips and number 3, number 2 running vertical, then you can't use it against trips at all. So that's a serious issue. But in 2x2, you can use it. I don't see any issue as far as that's concerned, but stay away from it from trips. And I don't think it's going to get fixed this cycle. I mean, let's face it, we're in the middle of January, and there are still coverage bugs that we reported on months ago that are still there. So it is what it is on that front. So that's what you can use this for. Again, it is 4-3 odd pinch zone 4 against under center sets where there's not a threat of a number 2 receiver out of a trip scenario running vertical. I don't see an issue of why you can't use it. 2x2 shotgun sets certainly, but do not run it against a trip set under any circumstances. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you all later. Peace.